Millions of Americans can't look at that picture and find themselves and their families in it to save their lives. Now, here's why. I tried to explain this when President Obama was running for re-election because I thought he'd done a better job than he got credit for. And I still do because these financial crashes, first of all, the economy was terrible before the crash. Almost everybody was living on less than they were the day I left office before the crash. Right? Why? Because all the growth was in home building, consumer spending, and finance. And if you let all that money in finance percolate to the top with no good investments down below, they start gambling with it, and then you have what happened to us. There's only so many times you can max out your credit cards, and only so many people can buy houses, and if you go over the line, you see what happened to us. So it was bad before, but these crashes, you go back 400 years, take at least 10 years to get over. Now, we got the jobs back ahead of schedule, in spite of the fact that the president, after the first 2 years, had a Republican House and then a Republican Senate that had a just say no policy. But we got the jobs back, but not the income. So people are afraid that even if they've kind of recovered, that it's tenuous. Then you got all these people living in places that are jobs deserts where there has been no recovery. Then you got all these people who are working but hadn't had a pay raise in 15 years. Not after you adjust for inflation. Because 80 to 90% of the income gains of many big corporations have gone only to the shareholders and the top management. Right? Then you got all these young people who graduated from college saddled with debt and they can't move out of their parents' home because they can't afford rent and debt payment. So you got a lot of people that say, oh, it's a really pretty picture, Mr. President. And I know you're telling the truth, and he is. But right now, I can't find myself in it. Hillary is running for president so that every single person in this country can find themselves in that picture for the future. And look, job number one